All right, y'all, we are back with another video and said ain't so. Y'all know every time we react to a video and they got something to do with the view, y'all know my dislike for the view because like I said before, I don't like the fact the way that they constantly always talk about Donald Trump. They talking about they hate this man, they don't like him, but yet they always talking about him. Why are you talking about somebody you don't like? If you have a problem with Donald Trump, you don't like what he do, you don't like what he say, but they constantly brings his name up. Like, this is ridiculous. And the fact that they just let Whoopi Goldberg be on that show and say anything she want is beyond me. Like, that is just crazy to me. This woman don't do nothing but slander almost everybody that comes on there, especially if they like Donald Trump. If anybody come on that show that supports Donald Trump, she get pissed off. She try to throw you off the show. She try to overtalk you, say anything she want. And it's just ridiculous. And that view let her do it. That's the reason why I say, me personally, I cannot watch The View. I can't watch it at all. I'm not watching it. I like the Whoopi Goldberg in the movies when she was doing like acting and stuff. But this show here, I cannot watch it. I don't like the fact the way she treat people on there. I just can't do it. So we're going to check this one out. This one's coming by Doug. Shout out to him. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Doug some love. He said that Michelle Obama gets humiliated after this embarrassing podcast and said that Joy Behar and The View are terrified. Here's the thing. Everybody is terrified. They are all terrified because Donald Trump is winning in the polls and they do not want him to win. You already got Obama running a third term because he's pretty much the president and not Joe Biden. So he telling Joe Biden to beef up his section and try to see what they can do to see if they can overcome Donald Trump. You know why? Because Obama won a fourth term. He want to be running the White House again, but it's not going to happen. But like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody that clicked on the video for the very first time. And shout out to the one that always watches the entire video. When you do that, YouTube will share it so more people can see my reaction. And that right there is where to help the channel grow. All right, so please hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section who all watched the entire video. Without further ado, let's dive straight to it and let's see exactly what happened.
Well, thank you all for watching. The beloved Miss Tenaple has been reading your comments saying, my shirt looks like a Star Trek uniform, Captain Kirk. And another friend, Neil Johnson, says, I look like I'm in a prison jumpsuit. So thank you guys for that. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where all the happy patriots are. But let's go into someone very unhappy. Not just the ladies of The View who are terrified, but Michelle Obama herself is interviewed on a new podcast and just spelling fear-mongering and which is good news because they all know Trump is winning.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama visited Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast and shared her biggest concern about the 2024 election and whether people realize what's at stake. Take a look.
Are people going to vote? And why aren't people voting?
I think the best reason why Democrats aren't voting is because you're not running, Michelle.
Yep.
And she gives no hint about if she's going to run or not in this terrifying interview. No, that makes me happy to know that she's not running. I want you guys to keep running Biden. Just throw him in a wheelbarrow, roll him out there. He won't know where he is.
Exactly.
Go ahead and run him again. He'll be easier to beat.
Are we too stuck to our phones? I mean, those are the things that keep me up.
Does Viagra keep you up?
What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen.
She can't say exactly what she's terrified of. They're really only afraid of Trump winning, which is the one thing I'm really looking forward to.
Because our leaders matter. The fact that people think that government, does it really even do anything? And I'm like, oh my God, does government do everything for us?
Government does everything for you. You didn't build that, as Barack Obama said, taking credit for everything businesses do. Government does everything for us. That's Michelle's vision. That's what Democrats think of the government. Yep. It's ridiculous.
And we cannot take this democracy for granted.
And no, it's not a democracy. It's a republic. You can't take the republic for granted. Democracy, who cares?
And careful with polling, but Joe Biden is about where Jimmy Carter was before he didn't win re-election.
Yes. More wins announced.
I think she's saying something important. The one thing we all agree on at this table is that Donald Trump is a threat to the future of this country.
He's a threat to the future
God.
of your Marxist vision of the future. He's a threat to your leftist takeover of our lives, of making us not use gas stoves, of jailing people for J6 for having free speech, of taking candidates' names off a ballot like Trump in Colorado and Maine, of you excusing rich kids' school loans just to buy their votes.
And if we get to a place where he's the nominee, there's a non-zero chance he beats Joe Biden, and this great American experiment can kind of fall apart. So I think she's rightly ringing alarm bells.
Now they're doing the full-blown terror campaign of if Trump wins, the democracy falls apart. They've already announced that it's over. Democrats have no interest in the Constitution. They call it living, breathing. They don't even believe in the words. They destroyed America 40 years ago.
But we talked about this theme of when he first started running, it was, I'm saving the soul of the country. And I think it really resonated. But this theme of I'm saving this country, I'm saving this country's democracy. I don't know that that is resonating as much with young voters. I don't think it's resonating as much with voters that feel that their station in life is not what it should be.
I agree with Sunny as she rips on Biden, saying that he's running to defend democracy. So therefore, I'm telling Biden, keep doing it. Good idea. I'm glad you're doing that, you guys. Don't change that course. Keep running on democracy again.
And I'm also echoing her concerns about education and voter engagement, because she said, I am hyper-focused on this lack of voter engagement. And that's where I am. I mean,
the people act like these voters can actually be brought back into the fold if you just manipulate them enough, if you just sweet talk them enough. How about your voters are not engaged because they despise your candidates and they don't like what Biden did for the last 3 years after voting for him last time? They learned a lesson going up. I better stay out. It's not going to help voting for this guy.
They have to understand, these kids, is that we've never had a sociopath running for president in this country before.
or who was president.
I like how she corrects Joy there. She goes,
Sociopath.
we've never had a sociopath. And then Sonny Hilson goes, other than the last time when Trump was in office in 2016, we had a sociopath. And Joy forgot, like, well, if he was a big sociopath, how did we survive? With the lowest black unemployment since the 1950s.
Well,
We never had that before.
You know
This
what
is
scares
something
me
new.
more than anything is the fact that we live in a world where cheating is possible.
And now get ready for the big one. Now they're pulling out the big guns.
Now we in a world where cheating is possible. We can all, so she's saying that we can all agree that Donald Trump winning is a threat to this country. That is just ridiculous. I told y'all, they cannot stop talking about Trump. But yet they'll say all these names called Donald Trump, all this, slander this man all day, but yet is not calling out Joe Biden. Look what this country is going through with Joe Biden in power right now. Look what it's going through. When Trump was in office, we didn't go through any of this. Look what happened. We've been having wars going on, food higher, gas high was high at a point of time. It been so much stuff going on. Illegal immigrants, over 8 million illegal immigrants coming across the border. Why y'all ain't talking about that? But yeah, what do they do? See, is at this point where they know Donald Trump is going to win and that the poll numbers show that. So now they're in the pocket for where, okay, let's slander Trump. Let's talk bad about him. They even put a dumb ad out the other day. I'm pretty sure if you ain't checked it out, it's on my channel. Make sure y'all check it out. They put some kind of ad out. They are doing everything right now to see if they can drop Donald Trump's poll numbers. But what they don't realize is that every time you attack him, you're literally helping him out in the polls. Every time you attack him. So, like, this right here is just crazy. I told you, The View cannot go a day without talking about this man. They got to paint Donald Trump in some type of negative light to make themselves feel good. Like, come on.
cheating is coming to 2024. When Trump wins, Whoopi and all y'all Democrats coming out and going, there was cheating at the ballot box.
Yeah.
I called it years ago. We're going to wait for it. And of course, will they get their channels destroyed for saying that? No, they're going to get a raise and a promotion.
And I'm not.
He's right. They gonna get a raise in promotion for saying that cheating going on. But look what happened when Donald Trump thought he was cheating and he just called it out. Look what they did to him. But yet, like I said, nothing happened to people on The View. They can just say whatever they want. I told you. All of last year, they've been slandering Trump. Going into this new year, they are still doing it. Why? Because it's getting closer to the polls, so it's time to slander Trump even more. That's what it's time to do. And it's just not going to work. And I cannot wait for Donald Trump to get reelected. I am throwing a party.
See, I'm not worried about what the voters are going to do. Yeah. I'm worried about people like Elise Stefanik, who says, I may not certify the election.
So Whoopi's calling out Elise Stefanik, who is only repeating what 20 other Democrats have said.
10 of the 29 electoral votes cast by Florida were cast by electors not lawfully certified.
Is the objection in writing and signed not only by the member of the House of Representatives, but also by a senator?
It is in writing, Mr. President.
Is it signed by a senator?
Not as of yet, Mr. President.
In that case, the objection cannot be entertained.
Even more than that, since the year 2000, that they would not certify the election. They were looking for an alternate.
Mr. President, I object to the certificate from the state of Georgia on the grounds that the electoral votes were not.
Debate.
You had major actors and political figures say it. So suddenly,
I have an objection to the electoral votes.
The objection is in writing, and I don't care that it is not signed by a member of the Senate. I do not wish to debate. I wish to ask, is there one United States senator who will join me in this letter of objection?
There is no debate.
So Whoopi suddenly makes it sound like Elise Stefanik made up the idea.
Right.
No, Democrats have used it more than Republicans ever did. Get educated.
Yep. I don't know what to do and how to convince people that when people like Stefanik say, I'm not going to certify it, and then other folks who are elected officials say, well, I'm not going to certify it either. I don't know.
And Whoopi's acting like it's brand new. What is brand new is we've never had a presidential candidate's name taken off the ballot.
Yeah.
Now that is brand.
Man, that's new. Now that right there is new. Shout out to Doug for that. Now, but see, the thing is with whooping them, they ain't going to talk about that. Their whole job is to slander Trump. They are not going to say anything good about Donald Trump. They only looking for the negativity. And every time they do that, they're going to keep getting a raise. We can sit at this table and all agree that if Donald Trump wins, it's going to ruin the country. It's going to destroy the country. This is how they think. I told you, if anybody's siding with Trump, they call him out. Like, at this point, it's just ridiculous.
Brand new by your party. She's not worried about it.
I don't know what that does to our democracy. So democracy for me is at stake because everything that I know that is tied to it is questionable now because of the way people are doing stuff.
They're already prepping you for their big argument they're going to roll out that democracy is over. By the way, it'd probably be good if democracy was over so they'd finally understand that we live in a republic, not a mob of a popularity contest. What do you guys think in the comments below? Is Michelle Obama bringing up fear-mongering? Is The View going to deny the election results in 2024?
It ain't no telling. It's like at this point, man, you just get sick of The View because they always spewing out crap. That's what they do. They get paid to spew out crap about Donald Trump. That's just what it is. So, like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this. But like I said, another great video from Doug. Anytime we can get a chance to expose The View and whooping them, we're going to do it. Like I said before, though, anybody that speak nice about Trump or whatever the case may be, or paint Trump in a positive light, they gonna go right behind him and try to call him out because they don't want to hear nothing positive about Trump. All they want is the negativity. They want him off balance. They don't want him to become the president. They up here yelling, if he become president, we're done. But yet, look how I could look at the state of our country right now with Joe Biden running. But they ain't gonna call that out though. But they would not call that out, but yet they're calling out Trump. Why? Because he's winning. Hey, but like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.